Hello everyone and welcome to World of Mike. Today we're going to be doing, as you can see, Eddie Stobart issue number 4. So we are meeting a toffee whirl. So yeah, we're going to be doing issue number 4. Let me just put this on. A couple of announcements first of all. So as you know, next week will be the actual issue that we need to start the file up and running. So yeah, and I did manage to get issue number 82 of Build the Spitfire, so that's coming as well. We've got the motor, and I am informed that for the next 6 weeks we're supposed to be doing a lot of motor work through one of my contacts. So this will be coming up tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting one because we actually fit it to the base apparently, with this one that is over here. So yeah, so we'll pop that over to one side. So let's get to a comment first of all. Who is it first? Is Alex Bills. How are you doing? How's it going even? Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you? So yeah, we're going to get started on this and see where we get up to. So yeah, okay, so this is the manual itself, and as you can see what we're going to be doing in here. Hello Sunny Stormy, are you okay? You all right there? Yeah. And we're going to be doing the front bumper and headlights. As you can see, headlights, a towing pin, towing, I don't know. Towing pin and a registration plate are fitted to the front bumper. I do want to point out again, they're stating that we use PB screws 1.2 times 3, and then again PM screws 2.3 times 4 mm. I will go into detail in a little bit. As you can see, we're going to be fitting all the, the lights and all that. I'm just going to switch that camera so you can see a little bit better. But basically, we're just adding details to the bumper and all that. So lovely, jubbly. And then we'll have something that looks like that. Now, there's the actual screws that they've provided. I'm going to blow it back up to that one. They keep on doing this in every issue. So I don't know if there's a misprint with the screw or with the actual magazine. But you can see there, it clearly states PB screws and PM screws. The actual screws we've got this time is DD01 and DP01. So it's, what screw is what, because they're saying PM, and this is like the 4th magazine now. But anyway, so let's go through the parts. So this part here is actually metal, so it's really, really cool. And this is 401, which is the front bumper, as you can see. I feel like I'm working on ladder 9. That's the vibe I'm getting. So that's that one there. The next part that we've got 2 of these, which are 402 and 403, and these are front offside headlight reflector, which is that one, and then 403 is the front near side headlight reflector. Okay, we've then got a couple of lenses, which is 404, and they look like this, as you can see. And then we've got 405. A little bit disappointed with this, if I'm honest, because this is actually plastic. It's not metal. I would have liked metal. This one here is 405, and that's your front registration plate. We've then got this one here, which is the towing, I can't pronounce it. I'm going to go with the towing pin. So that's the towing pin for that. And then obviously, as you can clearly see here, I'm going to push that right the way down. You can clearly see that that says 6 1.2 times 3 mm PB screws and 3 2.3 4 mm PM screws. But the actual problem is, as I said again, we've got DD01 and DP01. So this is where we're going to have to bring out this beast. We're going to have to get a caliper onto it to figure out what's what, because there's a misprint there. Anyway, so let's get started into this and get it all lovely and jubbly. But before we do that, we have some comments to get through. So let's get through some of them. Sunny Stormy writes, cheers. Yep. And then Alex Bill in the row. Sunny Stormy writes, hello, Alex Bills. Alex Bills writes, Sunny Stormy 7. Hi, how are you, Sunny? And then we've put doing great, thanks to Alex Bills. Hope you're doing well. Yep. And then Alex Bills writes, I'm doing well, thank you, at Sunny Stormy 7. And then Sunny Stormy writes, glad to hear that. So let's turn this over. So first things first, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to cut a piece of, I've got plenty of bubble wrap here. So what I'm going to do I'm going to just move that onto that screen. I just want to cut some bubble wrap off just for like a small protection. I'm going to cut some bubble wrap off. Don't need nothing too big. I found this in a box because I got a new TV a while ago, probably about 3 months ago, and this came off that. So I thought, yeah, I like that. So yeah, let's get that. So let's get that out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bubble wrap, as you can see, right down there. And then I'm going to put that there like that. I'm going to blow that up onto that screen now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that over like so. Actually, hold the line. What we're going to do is get 403, which is this one. And it does actually say here that there is, sorry, I've got hardly no room here. It's all slipping and sliding. Let's move that over there. So you can see that there's 2 sort of holes either side of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to marry them up with the 2 holes either side of there. It does actually say to note that the reflector has 2 screw sockets circled and a locating pin arrow. So as you can see, where it's got the 2 screw holes, they're the ones we're using. The one in the far corner is your pin, because as you can see on here, you've got like a little pin. All that pin does is grip it while we put that into place. Okay, let me just check that that is the right one. It looks to be the right one. It feels like a little bit hard to go in. Let me try the other side just to be on the safe side, because these look very identical. It could be this one. Let's have a look. Ah, yeah. So that's that one. Okay, so if you feel that the pin's not going in, then just use the other one and it will go in there. And that's countersaddle. Do you know what? I really feel like I'm doing ladder 9, which is a fire engine from Agora. But as you can see, it goes really well, really incorporates well with that red and white there. So what we need to do now is turn this over. But before we do that, it says we've got to put a PV screw in. But before we do that, we need to move that over there because I've got to play around with the caliper now to try and figure out what screw is what. Because they've mislabeled it. So as you can see, I got this caliper from the lovely Gemma Fan of 4, and her family very kindly gifted this to me and bought this off my wish list. I did want this for a while. It's a very sturdy one. As you can see, I've not actually used it yet. So we get a spare battery there. As you can see, cool, that's a whopper, isn't it? So I'm going to have to take this out, because I could just do the easy way and just tip them out and check, but I do want to see which is which. So, oh yeah, look at that beast. Oh baby, look at that. So as you can see, it's already got a battery in there. So what I'm going to do, what do we need? We need 0 on that. So if I set that to 0, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the first screw. You can see here DPO1 and DDO1. And you've got a thinner screw and a thicker screw, but just so we know, I want to have a little play. So one of them is supposed to be a 1.2 times 3 millimeter screw. So what you would do is, I'm assuming, it's been a while since I used one of these, so we just put that like that. So basically all you do is you wedge that in there. And as you can see, it says it's a 0.210 inches. Bear in mind that this is the first time I've used this, so it could be slightly off. But I'm going to go with it. Just, you know, it just tells you, and you can do it the other way like that. Like you can shove it into there and do it like widthways if you wanted to. So, like for example, like if I was to go like, which way did I do it? The other way, yeah. So I can like change it and do it like that way and then lengthways. But yeah, that needs a little bit of setting, but it just gives you an idea of what a caliper does. It basically measures things. So let's put that back in the box for now. Really pleased that it's come with the battery. I'm quite happy with that. So I'll pop that into there. So again, Gemma Fan 4, if you're watching, thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate that. Hello, Matthew Borum. Are you okay? So enough of that, and what we're going to do, I can see here that these are the thinner of the 2 screws, so I'm going to use the thin ones. So we'll do that there like that, and we'll bring this back over here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which screwdriver shall I use? This is how many builds I deal with. As you can see, hundreds upon hundreds of screwdrivers. I'm going to use that one, thank you. it's like, which one shall I use? And then all of a sudden a screwdriver appeared. God was doing that. It was providing. So let's have a look here, and let's actually, to be fair, I think that's a little bit too big, that type of screw head. So let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to shove a screw through there, and once again, these are 1.2 times 3 millimeter screws, apparently. So let's have a look here. So the pin is up in the far right here, and we're screwing this down like that. Okay. And that's basically just as much as we want to do that. Now what we're going to do is duplicate that again and put that into the other side as well. We'll just put that through this one here. This is really gorgeous. Really enjoying this build. It's very nice. Matthew, you said something about we join it to the cab next week. I don't think we do, because it's next week we're putting a door in a window screen. So as you can see, that's gone in there, and look at the detail on that, ladies and gentlemen. That is really, really cool. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the other side and put that into place like so. Very similar again, 2 screw holes either side with a pin at the end, and basically we're going to feed it up through the back here, and then it will click into place. Is the pin in? You might need to push it. You feel that click, then that's gone all the way through. Okay, so it does actually say to examine the headlight lenses carefully. These are both the same. When you fit them, the markings circled should be at the bottom of the headlight, so we can check that near the time. Okay, so we'll just screw that in. I'm very color coordinated. I like to work with the screwdriver that matches the color of the part I'm doing. And these screwdrivers are my favorite. They come from Fan Home. Do you like them, Alex? I really like them, and they're a nice quality screwdriver. So yeah, and then we're gonna screw that one through there. What's going on here? Feels see there's a slight lip. Okay, let's have a look, see what's going on. Something's not liking it. And as you can see, it's got an indentation here. It's got R, which matches R. Something's not right here because it's got it's not flush. You can see there's quite a gap. So I'm going to take that off. Let's take this out and see what's going on. Oh, don't like that. It's not a lot. I'm not happy with that. So maybe, anyone got any ideas? Because it's definitely the right way around. Unless I push it out and perhaps it needs realigning or something. Ah, there we go. So that's all lovely and flush now. I think it went in a little bit crooked. So let's put this. I think what's happening is you need to push it from the back, because otherwise it's pushing the light out. So just screw that in there like that. Lovely. And put the other one in. I really feel like I'm doing ladder 9 just because of the colour of it. We should have that at some point. I'm really hoping, because they said it dispatches the 26th, so I'm assuming we should get that and the Bootmaster on probably about the Friday, if they ship it on time. And as you're screwing into this, you can feel the light sort of pushing towards the screw, like sucking it into the frame, if you like. So there we go. That is what that part looks like. How bloody gorgeous is that? That looks, if I just take that away a minute, look at the detail on that. That is absolutely fantastic. I really, really like that. That's really posh. So before we do anything else, what we're going to do is we're going to catch up with the comments. I just need to take my waistcoat off because I'm boiling up here, so just bear with me. And I'll just take my waistcoat off and get your comments. So, oh man, why is it so hot? Like, anyway, that's better. Okay, so where do we get up to there? think it was that one there. Doing great, thanks, Alex Build. Yep, I'm doing well, thank you. Yep, glad to hear that. Yep. Then we've got, hope you're doing well, Mike. I'm very well, thank you. I have been very busy, as you know. Matthew Boreham, I actually picked up the picked up the Spitfire today as well. So yeah, I've got that to do tomorrow. That's going to be a challenge because tomorrow we've got to get the whole base, and then we've got to put the motor in the base, so it says. And then we've got, oops, I forgot to ask you. Okay. And then Matthew Bourne writes, evening all. So let's get back to the mat and let's get constructing. So where did we get up to? So that's that part there. Now it does actually say here, there's an assembly tip here that clearly states, examine the headlight lenses carefully. They are both the same. When you fit them, the marking circle should be at the bottom of the headlight. So looking at that, there's like a little marking from what I can see on here. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here. I think it's just about there. Look. Yeah, that's the one. So what we're going to do here is we're basically going to put them over there because the only thing that's going to come up through that hole at the back is an LED that will power the lights onto that. So yeah, it's pretty good. So let's put that in. So we're going to put that in, and this is a push fit connection. As you can see, it's got like little pins either side of there. And what we're going to do, we're going to put that into there. Is it the right way around? It is indeed. And we're going to just put that in, I think. It says push fit, so it's very slippy and slidey here. Again, I'm going to try the other one. See if it's that side as well. Doesn't seem to sit very well. Push fit connection. All right, yeah. Don't press too hard because otherwise you'll crack it. But it doesn't matter if obviously you've got fingerprints on there. You can easily get that off. But to be fair with you, you need to press it to get it in. But as you can see, that goes in and it doesn't fall back out again. So we just need to check. The marking is just about there. And we're just going to put that over that bit like so. So Crafty Chris, if you're watching, I think you'll get on very well with this part. It's a very easy issue, this one. I think the only part you may struggle with is the wheel until your hand gets better. But you don't feel a click. It basically just sits in there snug. So that's really gorgeous, and I'm really happy with that. So once we've done that, the next part, what we need to do is have a little examination there. Look at that beautiful thing. It's so good. Fantastic. Look at that. And obviously we'll have LEDs, as I said, going through here. So that's pretty good. Quite like that. Okay, so the next thing what we need to do is to take the bumper, which is this part here, and identify the hole for the towing, I can't pronounce it, towing pin. And it says that, note that there is a peg on the side of this towing pin, just about there, that fits into the corresponding slot into the bumper. So as you can see, we've got a peg just there. And what's going to happen is it looks like we're going to put the peg, and that, so it weren't that one, it's that one there. You can see that it's got like a little key notch, and that's going to marry up that little key notch just there. So what we're going to do, we're going to push that down like that. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. That's beautiful. Now it doesn't seem like that just obviously sits there. It looks to be like it just sits there for now. And then what we do after that is there's a screw that goes in the back of it. And this says to put it in with a 1.2. That looks like the thin ones again. So as you can see at the back, we've got a hole coming through here. And what we're going to do, we're going to put the bubble wrap back down. And we're going to put that there like that. And we're going to use it says, as again, I really want to point this out. It says here, take 1.23 mm PB. But the actual screw you are using is DP01. So it's DP01, not PB. I really need to sort that out, because I think that's been like 4 magazines now. it seems like the screws are the correct pack. It's the magazine that is doing the problem. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to fix the screw through this center hole here, and we're going to screw that in, if it will let me. I'm going to go there's a wee bit more. There we go, and back that up. As you can see, that's the towing pin. Very loose. It's quite loose, so I'll tell you what, we'll just give it a little bit. I don't know if it's supposed to be loose or doesn't say anything about being loose, but we'll just give that a little smidge. I always get very nervous when I get to the biting point because yeah, it's still a little bit loose, so we'll carry on for a little bit more. See if we can get that any tighter. Come on, come off. And as you can see, it's still a bit more loose. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'll figure that out in post-production, but I don't really want to overturn it. You saw there it got to the biting point, but it's still fairly loose, but I'm happy with that. So let's catch up with some comments and then we'll get to put this in, and I'll go into a bit more about Mike Lane. So where did we get up to? Matthew Borum writes, where did we go? I'm getting this tomorrow. That's really good. Pleased to hear it. Neil Ratcliffe, how are you doing, mate? Nice to see you in the chat. Are you building this model? And then we've got, hi, Mike. That looks lovely, jubbly. It does indeed, as I said. It really feels like I'm doing ladder 9. And then we've got Alex builds right. They probably didn't change the magazines from the test build. See if there is any issues. That's a fair point. I mean, yeah. I mean, if these are the test issues, they've probably not changed it. So I'm assuming we can check in issue 5, and then if they've got the correct screws, then we definitely know that it's what you're saying, the test thing. Any issues next time, as it was a 4-issue trial. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion over the screws at the moment. So once we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over like so. And as you can see, we're now going to put this registration plate in. And as you can see, what it does is you've got 2 holes either side of here, as you can see, and then it's got 2 holes either side of there. We're going to flip that over like so, and we're going to screw that down there like so. It sort of bites onto it, so it's really, really good. So yeah, as you can see, it's got like a little recess there. So yeah, we're going to use them to fix in with 2.34mm screws. And again, the screw you're using is D001, which is supposed to be a PB 2x3x4. So yeah, that is a brilliant, brilliant thought there. It could be that these are trial issues. Perhaps they had spare stock and they just haven't had a chance to you know, change it over yet. So that's a very good point. Very, very good. So we're going to screw that up there. Lovely. It's been a really lovely issue, this one. Okay, so that's there. And then we're going to screw that through the other side here. I wonder when we actually get to, you know, construct it all onto, you know, the cab and that and the door, and because we've got a bit of everything, haven't we now? So it's really gorgeous, this build. I'm really enjoying it. So I just want to screw a little bit more, and as you can see, that is pucker. Look at that. I think that little white dot there is probably a defect, but that we're going to turn it over for the big reveal here. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. I've really, really enjoyed doing that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now, Mike Lane Mods, you can check out his website. He done me a World of Mike thing for my Ghostbusters cast. And my theory, what I'm going to do is, because I do 2 of these, let me just move back a minute. I'm actually in the process, because I do this one. I'm going to do this with the trailer on the back. And then this one here is one that I'm working on at the moment. So this is my second one that's just purely going to be a cab only. So I've been working on that tonight. I put them in. So this is just going to be the cab. Verna Verwain to thank for that, because she gave me the idea. But yeah, look at that. So what I want to do is see if I can get World of Mike on there. It may be a bit tight, but I may do just like Mike on there. I like the idea of personalizing it a bit. So that's that. So let's have a look at and have a recap of what we've done so far. I will be back in a couple of minutes while I obtain the parts. Okay, so these are all what we've done so far, and I'm going to swap that camera to that one, or the actual view even. But these are the parts we've done so far. So we've done, if I move that up a little bit, if I can get that all in. So we've done this part here, which is sort of like the bonnet, if you like. We've done a wheel. I'm not going to unwrap that. And then we've done the door. So we've got the door there. As you can see, I'll go into this in a minute. You've got no window through there at the moment, as you can see. But yeah, what I want to do first thing first is I just want to get some of this. Just going to cut some bubble wrap. And I'll be right back. Come on. Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to just put this in bubble wrap to protect it. And actually I'll turn that over and then just put that into there. And then that way it's nice and protected for next time. So that's all lovely in that. So, and then what I'll do is, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sellotape on that, and then that'll protect it, because it's going to be interesting when we get to. I really want to start building the cab, you know. So I'll just tape that over there, and then that way that's all lovely and protected into there. I'm a bit nervous to do that one because it's got that handle on it. But you can get the idea. I'll do the rest later on. I'll do that bit later on. That's probably not a good idea. Let's put that there. But yeah, we've got some really nice parts now. And then obviously I'll do that one later on. But yeah, that is that. So yeah, it's been a really enjoyable build. Next week is the penultimate issue, because it's the issue that I get to, you know, open the file, as they say. They've actually told me it's going to cost £20 deposit, but you get that back, or you can use it at the end to offset the cost. But this is quite interesting, because if you look here, let's just swap that over to that one and blow it up a bit. This one says it's the door panel and details, the inner right hand door panel, window hinges, brackets and screws. Now you can see here, it looks like we've only got the one panel. So it's interesting that we didn't put a window in the first, like this one. It's quite interesting that we never done that in that one, but it could be that there's two windows and maybe that's what we do. But that has been an awesome issue. I've really enjoyed that. So let's get to some more comments. Neil Ratcliffe writes, yeah, top 4, Alex. Yeah, no worries. And then Neil writes, yes, I'm building it too, Mike, up to part 2 so far. Oh, wow. So you on the subscription then, yeah? I get mine through the news agents because I just like the idea of getting it weekly, but that's brilliant. What do you think of it? I think it's an absolute, you know, joy of a build. It's really, really enjoyable to do. Sunny writes back, and then we've got Matthew Bourne writes, hello, Sunny. And then Sunny Stormy writes 7 hi at Matthew Bourne. Yeah, so Neil, that's what's coming up. You'll have a wheel. And this beautiful thing, look at that, the bumper. So this is the thing, like, oh my God, yes, I've got to do that. I've got to have a play. Hang on a minute. Look at this. We've got to have a play on this. We've just got to. But look at that. It's not, I think there's probably something going to go before that, but you get the idea that it's going to look something like that. There will be a strip of red going through here, as you can see in the manual. It's got like a little radiator thing above it. But just to give you an idea, you know, look at the color contrast on that. It's absolutely fantastic. As I said, there will be a radiator grill just squeezing that gap there, but wow, what a joy. I've really enjoyed that. So I'll put that over there. So yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be doing this, which is Spitfire. We've got the cable label, and apparently we actually put this. I'm going to have a sneak peek actually. I want to know what we're doing. So yeah, let's have a sneak preview for tomorrow. Let's move that door out of the way and put that over. Put that there for a minute. So 82 is Spitfire. We get the second motor for the display stand and the cable label. That's interesting. So we're going to be using this switch, which is this part here from the previous issue. But that looks like, oh yeah, so it's all one cable. Yeah, lovely. And then look at that. This is really exciting. So this switch gets attached to this some point up here. So there's going to be, oh, very cool. So that little tab there, it will move it up, and then this switch will hit it, which will do something to it, turn it off and on or something. So that's what the suction cup's for. It sits in the top of, right, that's what it is. Told you, you know, when I said in the previous stream, I said that it's to stop the wing scratching, so as it comes down, it hits it and then goes back up. That's probably what that suction cup there is for. And then the fun really starts because we get to secure it into the actual base. So that's going to be quite cool. Yeah. So what we're actually doing is putting the label on the other one, and then we actually just secure the first one into there. Wow, that's going to be really enjoyable. So that's issue 82 of Spitfire coming up tomorrow. Hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 for Build the Spitfire. And then Friday is Halloween Diamond Painting Extravaganza, 5, 7:30 and 9:30, I think it is. Let's just go up to there if I missed it. Back, yeah, I've seen that. Lovely. Hello, Sunny. Yeah, lovely, jubbly. And hi at Matthew Bourne there. Do you have a picture of issue 5? What are the Eddie Stobart? Yeah. Issue 5 is this, Matthew. So, who's that? Sorry, I just need to, someone's just messaged me. So let me just, because I do reply to people on Messenger while I'm live. So, BRB. So yeah, so issue 5 is this, Matthew. So you actually get the door panel. This is for Spitfire, the door panel and window hinges. What's a winge? Window hinges, brackets, and screws. So I suspect what we'll do in that is we're going to be putting, you know, the window into there. I'm really hopeful that we get the other window so that we can put it into this one. I'm really hoping that they'll do that. Seems a bit interesting why we haven't done that yet, but there's probably a good enough explanation. Then we get a hinge, so that indicates that we may get to secure it. Yeah, that doesn't look like an idea. I don't think it will hinge onto there yet, but yeah, lots of ideas coming up. So yes, that is that. I'll get back to that. And Neil White's loving it so far. Yeah, I mean, I took this on because I've completely stopped Willie's Jeep. It's actually replacing it because it's, you know, the shipping to get it to the UK, £47 a time. I'm not agreeing to that anymore. I can do it. I just think it's just not worth the money. So that's why I took this on, because I'm replacing it with this. And every issue, I've never done a lorry build before, but I tell you what, it has been a real lovely issue. We've had no problems whatsoever throughout the build, apart from the screw confusion. And as Alex builds set up here, let's hope that the next issue, when we get that next week, let's see if they have changed the screws. If they haven't, then they're going to have to, someone's going to have to email them and say, look, what, you know, can you sort your labeling problem out? Because you can see that says DPO1. But yeah, good point. So then we've got Sunny said, what is that? Oh, 100. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I use my mattress cover Yeah, I like to use, it's only really this build that I've started to use, like, you know, polystyrene and bubble wrap and things like that. Matthew Bourne writes hello at Gemma, and then Gemma Fan of 4, the one who's just messaged me. How are you doing? Are you okay? Hey Matthew and that. So yeah, that's it. Tomorrow will be Spitfire. Hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, if you want to build this thing, head over to Harshat's website or get it through your local newsagent. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't stop looking at it. It's just a pride and joy. Look at that. But yeah, my second one that I'm doing, I'm going to put World of Mike there. If Mike Lang can squeeze it on, even if it's just like a small font, I will try and get that put in, because I do want one personalized. It'd be nice if you could put Twiggy there, which is the name of this lorry. That'd be quite cool as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go now. Hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to be notified for all the videos I do, from diamond paintings to part works, then do tap the ring-a-ding-dong bell and you could be notified of that. As I say, product reviews are being phased out. I do want to structure it so that it's diamond painting and part works. That's mainly what my channel's about. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 for Build the Spitfire. Take care. Bye-bye.